Today is the 7th anniversary of my brother's death, and I just wanted to tell you that story because, you know, why 7th anniversary? It's not like it's a special number, but it is the first time the anniversary has rolled around since I've been doing these YouTube videos, so I just want to tell you a little story about that. And I was adopted as a baby. My biological mother was only 16 years old when she had me, and my biological father was only 18 years old, so they put me up for adoption, and I was adopted by a very wonderful family. I love my family very much, but always felt like a part of me was missing. I know that not everyone feels that way. Not all children who are adopted feel that way. Some children, I'm sure, feel very complete and whole with the families they have, but it was very, very different from my family growing up, and so I guess I always felt out of place and just not quite like I belonged there. So I always kind of wondered, and about 8 years ago we got our first computer here in the house. It's sad that it was only 8 years ago, but still. The night we got the computer, I decided to start doing some research on adoption and how hard it would be to track down my birth parents. And I really was thinking like this was going to be a project. I was looking for a project, you know, like a good challenge, a good project. So sat down at the computer and started I typed in adopt birth parents or something, maybe, I don't know, something like that. And a bunch of websites pop up that are to help you track down your birth parents, and the gist of these websites is that, you know, if your birth parents are looking for you, they register on these websites, and then you can go there and check these websites, you know, and look for them. You can comparing information. So I just pick one that sounds interesting. So I pick one. They ask you to type in your date of birth and and your city of birth, I think, and up pops some information about a person. And I thought, well, that's kind of interesting, you know. How many people were probably adopted out on my birthday in this city, because it's not that big of a city, but still, you know, whatever. So from there, it asks you to type in more information so that it can compare information, or that the people who are on the site can compare the information. So the next night, we had some friends over for dinner, and I get this phone call in the middle of that from this people that run this website, and they said, we verified the information that you put into our website, and it matches, everything on there matches the information we have on our records for this woman, and we're convinced this is your birth mother. We have her like on the other line, or on like a conference call type of thing, and would you like to speak with her? I was like, what? Can you hold? I put him on hold, and I was just like, oh, holy shit. I told my husband, and my best friend Stacy was here, and I was like, this is what happened, and they got someone on the phone that they say is my mother, and what do I do? Do I talk to her? What do I do? And they're like, well, of course you talk to her. Why wouldn't you talk to her? So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll talk to her. So they got her on the phone, and I started talking, and she's like, you know, she said, she's like, I immediately knew, you know, I had the right person because you sound just like my sister, you know. Yeah, we just started talking, and once the people from the website could tell that things were going okay and that there wasn't going to be any hostility issues, they said goodbye, and then we just started talking, and God, we talked forever and a day. And then really that first couple months just like IM'd or chatted, you know, on the computer back and forth like every night, just, you know, trying to get to know each other and whatnot. And that was in probably September of whatever year, I don't know. And then in a month later, in October, her parents, my biological grandparents, paid to fly her here so that she could meet me, and so I got to meet her and my biological aunt and uncle, who only live like about 20 minutes from me. I found out, you know, obviously, that I had 3 sisters, biological sisters, who were much younger than me. She didn't have more children for another 10 years, so the oldest one is 10 years younger than me, and then on down the line. So I had 3 sisters and 1 brother. Maybe December of the following year, I think it was, I went down there. Maybe it was the same year, I can't remember. Maybe it was the same year. I went down there because I wanted to meet my siblings. It was just killing me not to know anything about my siblings. So I went to Florida for the first time, Orlando. And God, they're just awesome. It was just so freaking cool, because they've known about me their entire lives. They've known about this mystery sister out there somewhere, and so to them, like, I didn't know they existed until like a month ago, but to them, they've always grown up knowing they've had this sister. And same with my mom, like, she's always thought of me as her daughter, and so for her, you know, it was really weird to go down there, and they immediately embraced me as their sister, and, you know, and she immediately embraced me as her daughter. It was really emotionally just overwhelming, because, you know, I just got immediately enveloped into another family, and it was weird, but at the same time it was probably like the coolest thing that's ever happened to me, because immediately I felt more welcome in that family than I've ever felt in my own. Immediately. They're so loving and accepting, and just immediately made instant family and friends, and it's just too cool. And her and I are like 2 peas in a pod, really. So it's been one of the best things that's ever happened to me, really. Everything seemed fine, really. I mean, all kids have issues. I don't know. Maybe sometimes you see the signs and sometimes you don't, because I'll tell you what. And then 7 years ago, today, April 23rd, Tyler, who was 12 years old at the time, committed suicide.